Hey guys, this is Spin Master. Welcome to Tops 91, my favorite Hyrule Warriors characters. I'll be using video footage from Hyrule Warriors on this list. Now, if you're wondering what mission will I be doing, for every character that's on this list, I'll be playing the Master Quest Adventure Map mission H1, meaning the farthest down left part of the map. But this is actually a popular grinding spot, so if you actually want to level your characters quickly, this is your spot. Now, for each of these characters, I pretty much have kind of. This is not a rule, however, it just had to be like this anyway. Every character on this list each of them have a separate element, meaning that each of the 5 slots will have a different element. These elements are, of course, they're light, they're dark, they're fire, water, and lightning. So, and it just so happens that each one of those are represented by a slot on this list. So, if it's a rule, no, it just happens to be so. Of course, except for like one thing, but I'll get to that when I get to that. Okay, so if there's anything else from any kind of need to say, so let's just begin this list. Now, number 5 on this list is Link Gauntlets. Now, granted, even though there aren't any more links on there, this is actually my favorite Link. And even though I could technically just put like all 5 slots just Link, well, except for the darkness, that would probably be Young Link. But I could just put Link in every single slot, but I'm not going to, because although I could, the thing is, like, I like the other characters more, like all the other Link equipment. And yes, we also know that Link is still a known weapons master, so granted he's the main character, and he kind of deserves to get a ton of weapons, but it's just kind of insane that how some can only get 1 weapon type while Link gets 7.5. By 7.5, I mean like he gets the sword, the magic rod, the gauntlets, the great fairy, the spinner, and the horse, and the master sword. And what was the other one? It was I don't even remember, but I missed one or something. But the point is that and the Master Sword functions similarly to the Hylian Sword. It's just that it does get more sword beams when on full health. But the point is that Link gets every single weapon type except for Darkness, which already that's like goes to Young Link, so that counts ? But my favorite out of these things is the gauntlets, because I just have a lot more fun using the gauntlets than any other weapon type. I mean, with the horse, it's just really kind of I find it like really hard for me to play the horse, and the fire rod just find it a bit clunky, even though very clunky, especially considering that C4 is actually really only C4. By C4, I mean like hit the regular attack 3 times, and then the strong attack on the 4th button. That's C4 at combo 4. Yeah, I really hate that move. And considering that how I tend to use C3 a lot more, which is like for Fire Rod, just throwing like a little axe around, which really says that there's no character in the game that can use an axe, even though it's probably like a common weapon type. But I'll get to that in some other video. But the point is that Link Gauntlets does cover a lot of range. It does really look cool, because like with the gauntlets, Link actually gets a ball and chain, which is similar to Twilight Princess. And what's really awesome is that I'm using the rank 3 weapons for every character. The rank 3 is called the Power Gloves. This cannot be a coincidence to what the name's based off. And also, the freaking ball and chain is a chain chomp. Those are the chain chomp. So let me get it straight. So you got the power gloves, which is not so bad in this situation, and you fight people using a chain chomp. Now, I don't remember any other situation you do fight using a chain chomp. I think Mario RPG does this. I don't remember, because I haven't played Mario RPG that far into the game to fight using a chain chomp. But it's kind of funny how a whole Mario reference is actually in Hyrule Warriors. Granted, it's on Link's Awakening, but both play Link's Awakening. I'm still stuck in like really the beginning of the game, so whatever. I'm never good at Link's Awakening, but it does cover quite a lot of area effects around the user, and it's the Gauntlet C4. You just throw a pillar of earth and just like spinning around. Although granted, that's kind of a terrible move to do, considering that you don't get invincibility frames, so you can die in the middle of the animation, and you can't stop it. It's also granted, it's kind of a real risky move to do, but against like a giant crowd of basic enemies like the mission I'm doing, it's actually pretty good. Although granted, Link Gauntlet does have a variety of other moves to compensate for that lack of, invincibility frames during that one move. For example, the next combo after that is pretty amazingly powerful. Short range is pretty amazingly powerful. So it does cover quite a lot of covers a lot of ground, and does cover a lot of power when needed. What's kind of hilarious in regards to the chain chomp once again is that on the Focus Spirit special attack, I don't know what it's actually called. He throws the gauntlets, just pushes it forward. So in the case of chain chomp, the mouth opens. It looks like it's trying to take a bite out of the opponent. It looks pretty cool, powerful, and adorable at the same time. I don't know how that works, but yeah. And of course, I love like its victory animation. Just looks kind of adorable. Like Link doesn't know his own strength with those big things. Also, if you see the artwork for Link, like Link Gauntlets, he just looks like he's having a fun time using it. So how can it go wrong with Link having a fun time using a weapon that he only gets to use at Twilight Princess? Heck, like this Link has never used it at all. So it looks like a fun to use weapon, and it actually is. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Volga. Okay, Volga is probably the coolest character in the game. Now there are lots of characters that are really interesting looking characters, but this guy is the coolest. He's like, take Kate Highwind, but add fire. Lots and lots of fire. Oh, and it gets turned into a dragon, so it's like Kate Highwind cross that main protagonist from Breath of Fire. It's essentially that. So what does Volga do? He hits fast with his spear. He hits fast, he hits hard, and he has a fire-breathing move that can cover a wide area around the user. You can actually manually make it either as close to 360 degrees as possible, or you can just concentrate a bit more on one area, or one small area. That's pretty neat. And since he does turn into a dragon at a certain combo, you actually could do quite a lot of damage, like using just the dragon. Especially considering that you do fly in the air, so you do use invincibility for that. Well, compared to the ground-based enemy, you can see invincibility for that. So it's a very kind of a reliable move to use. Although also kind of reliable to use, he does have like a guard breaking move, so that's actually very helpful. I'm never use that very well against Zan, because Zan's like probably the one character whose AI which wants to block all the time. It's really annoying. But point is, like, Volga is a really awesome character. Now, like as a character though, granted, like I'm about to Link for a moment. Link doesn't have much of a character. He's just that guy who just wants to be just that guy who just wants to serve Zelda because he's kind of her whatever knights or whatever. But Volga, he just wants to be left alone. Like in the beginning of Sia's tale, once he be left alone, however, Sia kind of makes him join her army, and it's like, okay, whatever. But he does still have like a noble side, and I guess they're considering during the story, like he kind of seems a rival for Link. Like for example, for Lana, her main enemy is Sia, and what was it? Impa and Wizro. Then there's Link and Volga. It's kind of cool how these two guys just like sometimes interact, especially even in the beginning of the game, where you see Volga, and you have to fight Volga using Link or whatever character, but you use mostly Link. I guess it's a pretty cool rivalry there. Although it does not really that much explored, so if we don't explore that much, it'll be pretty neat. But overall, I do like Volgate's the coolest character in the game. Now, before I continue on with the number 3 slot, I need to actually mention one kind of big deal that kind of actually I've noticed. Other than Link, every male character in Hyrule Warriors is either of a fire element or a dark element. Because like Link has a fire element weapon, so he counts too. So, for example, Link has the magic rod. Then there's Darunia, which is a fire, and also Volga, which is fire. Then everyone else is either dark element. You got Ganondorf, he's dark element. You got Zan, you got Girahim, you got that's Link. Young Link, who's all dark. Oh, and Tangled Fire as well. So why not? So yeah, every male character is either fire or dark, and Link being the main character, he can equip almost every element. So including fire. So that counts too. So that's kind of a weird, interesting thing. It's bad that there aren't any new characters that'll be introduced, because I think supposedly the boss DLC pack is probably the last DLC pack. But if you do get more, I'd like to see like play as a male character without the fire or dark elements. Well, aside from Link, of course. Okay, now to number 3. Okay, so number 3 slot is a tie between Sia and Zelda Dominion Rod. Okay, so let's start with Sia. It's Sia. I give it. I don't even need to explain. Like from the previous tops, I gave you a reason why people like Sia. So go watch that. But as a a character, her playstyle is actually pretty amazing, especially if you do like playing range like I do. For example, her C2 combo is just her getting out like a dark energy ball and just stomping it, creating shockwaves, which is pretty helpful and fast. So it does like really help with character with coming enemies around you. Then you got one which you throw like a dark energy balls at a ridiculous range. Then you got some shadow links. Then you show like dark pillars that actually do stick around, like if no enemy has falling through her trap card, and so you get reference here. And of course more shadow links to just throwing spin attacks. But like Sia's like scepter whip thing. I'm just calling it a scepter whip thing. Like the game calls it a scepter, I call it a whip. So there you go. But Sia has a ridiculous range play style. It's actually pretty I actually find it pretty fun to play as. Just say it's a fun Sia, a really fun character to play as. Granted, not as fun as the 2 and 1 slots, but it does have a lot of fun factor. On her as a character, okay, I really want to mention this hopefully really quickly, because you know me and rambling about things, that the game actually does always assume, like according to the game assumes that Link and Zelda will always hook up, no matter what. Cause like Sia keeps seeing stuff regarding the past, just want to look at stuff, right? Keeping the Triforce and all. But she keeps seeing Link, and also gets such as Link. However, he keeps looking with Zelda. Like, and then she got jealous of that because, well, why the heck, game? I mean, things don't always hook up. Like the only time where is the closest thing to that is like maybe Skyward Sword, but it's like it's like when you actually see a relationship going on, and Zelda 2, which there's very enough Zelda to actually go around. So it's like Sia Sia's like very pissed off at the game itself for highly assuming that her. Wait a minute, I just realized something. It's like okay, I'm gonna go rewind a bit because I just realized something. What do you call a waifu except the other way around? Like, what if like a girl is like, obsessed like having like like a guy for a waifu except like the husband whatever. Like, is there a term for the reverse of a waifu? Huh. Anyway, that yeah, see, like it seems like there's actually really wants Link to be hers, and then I have to realize that, oh wait a minute, there is a Link in my world. I want to get that Link, except that like the game that this is, like the game also assumes that Link and Zelda hook up, even though there's no indication of being so. Heck, I don't mind like Link legitimately be like hooking up with Sia. Like, I actually don't mind if it was legit at that. Granted, but she's the villain, so Link can't have that. Link doesn't want the villain. Of course, there's other people liking the villain, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, there you go. Okay, now about her outfit. Okay, you probably don't know. You probably already noticed by now by just like looking at it that my favorite outfit for C is actually the Guardian of Time. That's because like maybe it's just me, and I know it's just me, but I find the Guardian of Time outfit like makes her a lot more attractive than her basic outfit. I know it's just me, but I think her face in the Guardian of Time outfit just makes her look more attractive. It's kind of ironic that she wears more clothes on the like more clothes covering more of her body on her Guardian of Time than her base outfit. Now, regards to her base outfit, I do like the headgearless, like hatless, the hatless outfit, because I do like seeing see his hair, but also like with the Lana outfit, the blue outfit that's yeah, I think more gravitate towards the unmasked outfit. Mostly because I use the Guardian of Time a lot more, a lot. But I got more used to unmasked more than hatless. Okay, so what about Zelda? Okay, so Zelda's Mini Rod. Now, granted, Zelda Rapier is quite kind of a basic weapon to use. You kind of get used to it easily. Except, I don't know, it's trying like a very short range, and some moves are just, I find it to not work that much. And the baton sucks. I don't care what anyone says, the baton sucks as a weapon. I know some people like Wind Waker, but I'm not taking a stab at Wind Waker the game. I'm thinking about Wind Waker this particular weapon, this item as a weapon. It sucks. And just leave it at it sucks. I tried it several times. I just can't get used to it. The Mini Rod, on the other hand, is something I do get used to. Now I do like fighting, playing as Zelda. It's like, granted, she's a freaking Smash main, but that's another story. But I do like playing. I would like playing as Zelda, because one of like Zelda in this game is pretty cool. I mean, she wears freaking like gold or bronze plated armor, and on places that make sense for her to put on it. She was a metal breastplate. She has shoulder pads. She has like arm armor. She has on her waist, which makes sense, and she has like leg armor. She puts armor on the places where, like her base outfit puts armor on the places where it makes sense for someone who's actually like on the battlefield. And it's kind of neat because like she has female body armor that makes sense. I mean, granted, she still wears a dress and all, but that kind of like a symbol of her royalty, like who that, oh yeah, she's still the ruler, but she's not afraid to fight. That's kind of neat about Zelda's base outfit. Although granted, my favorite outfit is still the Twilight Princess outfit because she's still my Smash main, and Smash Zelda is more based off Twilight Princess. Therefore, I prefer using Twilight Princess Zelda. But again, no offense to base outfit, because base outfit is pretty awesome. I'll leave it at that. Especially the blue one for you get for the Twilight Princess DLC. That's pretty neat as well. Also, the Hilda outfit, that's also pretty awesome. But I don't have Link Between Worlds, so I don't particularly care. But yeah, the Mini Rod, really kind of fun weapon to use. It's a very fun weapon to use, especially considering the two different kind of statutes, how they function differently. One seems to be more just about hitting things hard, and the other one's hitting things over the widest area possible. And really, like what statue we rather use, like it really depends on your preferences of how you use your combo moves. It's just a really amazing weapon, especially considering the final spirit, not final spirit, the focus spirit like special attack. That thing covers so much of a really wide area where most characters, like most long range characters, only do it short range. For example, like C is mostly a ranged character. She has a lot of ranged moves. However, her focus spirit special attack is very short range. And we have Dominion Rod who covers like a ridiculous amount of range. It's amazing. But yeah, like Zelda's range, Dominion Rod's range is pretty, really wacky and weird, but it works when necessary. So that's why I like Dominion Rod. And plus, Dominion Rod is a freaking Twilight Princess weapon that's barely ever used, so why the heck not? And even though I have only played Twilight Princess like not much at all, but the parts that I did try Dominion Rod on my brother's save files, that it actually is a pretty interesting weapon. But for use as a weapon, wow, an actual weapon, it's pretty interesting. All right, let's move on. Rudo! Okay, so what happens if you take a character that actually does like the Pokemon move dive, in which you dive underwater on land and then you come back up later? That's pretty much the basis of Rudo. So Rudo has this thing called the scales, like water scales or dragon scales, I forgot what it's called. But those scales that somehow manipulates her body to be more aqueous and just dives underwater even though there's no water there. It just creates water on random spots just so she can fight with. It's kind of weird, but that's the thing. It's weird, but hey, it's kind of makes it for character. I mean, you need a fish. Like, you want a popular character like Rudo, right? You gotta have to make her fight somehow, and it's not like she's gonna wield a cutlass or something and start slashing enemies. Although I would highly prefer that. It would be neat if like Rudo somehow gets a cutlass or something and starts knocking us stuff pirate style, but that doesn't fit Rudo, right? It doesn't really fit Rudo. She's more like even more regal type than this game's Zelda. But the point is that Rudo is a fun character to play as. She does have quite a lot like moves, like her rushing move, her freaking awesome tidal wave. Just like when you get to her last combo, she does like some huge tidal wave that hits hard, hits a lot of enemies, and covers quite a lot of area. That alone is a really powerful move. Of course, the problems that they deal with her getting to that awesome move, but a lot of other combos and other regular attacks are pretty neat. Granted, her regular attacks are very short range, especially considering how other characters like Link Gauntlets can cover a much wider area with just the regular attack, but Rudo cannot. And Rudo's not that powerful either, so that's definitely a bit of a problem there. But it's all worth it. I mean, you're playing as a fish woman in a game full with freaking dudes with balls and chains, like really skippy outfit girls. And then guys like Volga, guys like Volga. Then you got Darunia, who's a rock dude, and that sort of thing. But yeah, Rudo's a really fun character to play. That's kind of like Rudo's design, because she does look like a Zora princess. I don't know, maybe just me, but yeah, she does have quite a unique appearance compared to everyone else. Granted, there's a lot of characters like that too, but whatever. My favorite outfit is the Lulu outfit. Okay, maybe just me, but you know how her default outfit, heck, even her salmon-colored outfit, the scales that cover up her boobs, they look like they're actually part of her, even though it's kind of weird to actually see, right? It's kind of weird to see that this weird scales just covering up as if she was wearing a bra. It's kind of odd. But with her their Lulu outfit. Granted, it looks like she has a lot of purple that's actually, like, there's a lot of weird purple that is actually, like, I don't how it's like huge purple tattoo that's like on her. She's like wearing purple, but actually looks like she's wearing clothes, so it actually makes her boob scales thing stand up more. Alright, maybe just my dude mind that's actually thinking that, but I still really like that. Granted, I still like her base outfit just as much. However, that. Okay, I gotta really have more to say because Rudolph's Switch actually has no real personality to speak of, really compared to everyone else. Okay, and my favorite character in this game is Fi. Now, if you've seen my previous tops, you know that it's either between Rudo or Fi. That's my main, and this is my main, Fi. Now, Fi is not the most powerful character in the game. She is not like Twilight Midnight powerful or Ganondorf powerful or Ganon powerful, but she like compensates this by her attacks being fast, her attacks being very fluid. Her attacks cover quite a lot of area, and like a lot of combos like makes her move a lot. Like example, there's one in which she dashes towards the enemy. There's a really good one where she turns into the sword and starts swinging the sword that is herself around. And of course, that her base combo is just her turning the sword and do a little uppercut. It's actually got quite a fun character to play. Especially, you're a living sword. Well, living-ish, so I don't know what you call Fi living, but I call her a living sword regardless. She's like a living sword. She dances around to fight, which is kind of unusual, even compared to the other characters. It's very unusual. And when she uses like items, she just lets it like float around her. She's like, I don't know, limited telekinesis or something. Because she doesn't have hands. Which is kind of unusual because like every other character in the game has hands. Like even Wizard has hands, and even though doesn't use the hands, it's used to shoot gas balls, but Fi doesn't have hands. The cool thing too is that those little cape things that she has there. It's just kind of weird, but it just makes her stand out a lot more. Especially when facing, let's say, Argorok, it had to throw the hook shot at his tail. That she's not holding the hook shot at all. Just like she's not holding the hook shot, she's just like standing there and let the hook shot like you know, topple down to Argorok by itself. It's just pretty hilarious to see. My favorite outfit for Fi is the more silvery one. Granted, like her white and yellow one looks like she's gone full Vatican, but I do like the silver outfit a lot. Granted, like I don't mind the base outfit that much, but just if I actually do have a favorite one, which is like the silver one. In regards to Fi's character, well, I never played Skyward Sword, so I never really got to know that much about Fi's character. But I've heard that people call it basically like for example, like the timeline's pre-Navi, but worse. But granted, I never really experienced that because I never played Skyward Sword, but Fi, at least in this game, because I never played Skyward Sword, that she's very analytical. She does, like their chance of you beating me is almost 0, and there's a 55% chance the ally base is gonna fall, and that sort of thing. I like the analytical kind of thing, especially considering that, well, she's a freaking living sword. And while other characters might look smarter than her, but she's not really. Because they're not really smart as Fi. I don't know, maybe just me. But yeah, since I do like Fi, her movements and flow are amazing. She does cover a wide area. She's not the strongest, but she's actually the most fun to use. That's what really stands out from Fi, because Fi to me is the funnest character to use. She's like Wii Fit Trainer. She's not that good, but she's actually pretty fun to use. Did I just freaking compare Fi to Wii Fit Trainer? Huh. It's actually which is why we Fit Trainer so much now. Alright, so I got nothing else more to say, so that is all for Tops 91. 92 is also Hyrule Warriors related, so I'm about to tell you what it is. You know how I made characters I want to play as, let's say in Mario Tennis Open and various Mario Karts. I'm gonna do that for Hyrule Warriors. So get ready for that. So see you guys later.